And in our top business story, the Dubai Electricity and Water Authority will invest 60 billion dirhams in utility projects until the year 2020. That's according to His Excellency Saeed Mohammed Al-Tayar, the CEO and Managing Director of DEWA. The announcement was made during a press conference in Dubai announcing the DEWA Sustainability Report 2014 and Dubai Energy Strategy 2021, in which DEWA officials revealed that the investment will include expansion projects aimed at enhancing DEWA's power generation capacity by 20% in order to meet the ongoing demand in Dubai of customers and development projects in all economic and social sectors, particularly ahead of hosting Expo 2020. According to Al-Tayar, most of these projects will be executed through private-public partnerships. Additionally, the authority defined its target of energy and water conservation to be at 30% by 2021. Currently, carbon emission across the Emirate has been reduced by 8%, with CO2 emissions to be cut further to 16% by 2021, saving 5 million tonnes of CO2. In line with the strategy, DEWA is working to rationalise the use of natural resources and minimise the Emirates' environmental footprint. By 2030, 15% of Dubai's total power output will be generated from solar energy, 7% from nuclear energy and 7% from clean coal. The Italian Industry and Commerce Office in the UAE, ICC UAE, has announced that it will present the roadshow of the project United Arab Emirates for the internationalisation and the investment attraction patronised by the Calabria region in southern Italy. During the press conference earlier today, speakers stated that the aim of the project is to promote new business relations between the UAE and Calabria region in Italy by two actions, which include facilitating the investments in the region and focusing on the internationalization of the Calabrian companies. The project will develop in 4 directions, covering strategic sectors, which are oil and gas, food, jewellery, home and furniture. Additionally, the ICC UAE will open a Calabria region desk in 48 Burj Gate, which will act as a local agent for the Calabrian companies that are interested to invest in the UAE market. The speakers added that the Italian presence in the UAE, which is one of the most lively and dynamic in the region, is composed of more than 300 firms with their own branch and a lot of enterprises that operate via local agents. In 2012, Italian exports to the UAE marked a noticeable improvement, reaching more than 5.5 billion euros, an increase of 16.5% compared to 2011.
The UAE is one of the main partners of Italy in the MENA region. Actually, it is the most important partner. The comparison that I always make is that Italy exports to the UAE as much as it exports to Brazil or Japan. Brazil having 200 million inhabitants, and Brazil and Japan 126. So you get the idea. And Calabria is an important region in Italy. If you consider Italy as a boot, Calabria is the foot. And this is a foot that wants to kick and that wants to come to Dubai. It is an important exporter, especially for food. There's an interest in jewelry. There's an interest in oil and gas.
Our region, so Calabria region, normally works with the foreign countries to create this kind of projects in order to improve the concept of internationalization among our local companies. So in particular, as regard the project Emirates, we have chosen to create this project, this ambitious project, together with the Italian Chamber of Commerce in Dubai, because of the potentialities of this market. Calabria region, is a public government, is a local government, so it wants to promote the concept of internationalization among our companies. So you can enjoy Calabria wherever you want, so in summer, or winter, or autumn. So you can enjoy for its beauty, for the beautiful seaside, for the coastal towns, but especially for the food tradition, because we can strongly affirm that we are the chief of the so-called Mediterranean diet.
DEWA, the United Arab Emirates #2 telecom operator, have released the Q1 2015 results, which show a 0.6% fall in first quarter profit. The company made a net profit of 487.1 million dirhams in the 3 months to March 31, down from 490.3 million dirhams in the year earlier period. First quarter revenue was 3.05 billion dirhams, down from 2.96 billion dirhams a year earlier. The company paid royalties of 437.9 million dirhams in the first 3 months of 2015, up from 375 million dirhams in the prior year period. For 2014, DEWA paid 10% of its regulated revenue and 25% of its regulated profit in royalties to the federal government. These have increased to 12.5% and 30% respectively this year. DEWA's quarterly mobile revenue was 2.24 billion dirhams, with the operator reporting that it had 7.48 million mobile subscribers as of March 31, down 0.9% from 12 months earlier. First quarter mobile data revenue rose 14.4% to 715.6 million dirhams, accounting for 30.9% of mobile revenue. Dubal Holding, a subsidiary of the Investment Corporation of Dubai, has recorded a net profit of 2.4 billion dirhams and net assets of 16.7 billion dirhams at the end of last year. The holding company has been operational since 2014 and was formed to look after ICD's 50% share in Emirates Global Aluminium, which was formally established at the beginning of 2014 by combining the aluminium industry assets of ICD and Mubadala Development Company. Emirates Global Aluminium production capacity reached 2.4 million tonnes in 2014, generating 19.8 billion dirhams of revenue and 3.7 billion dirhams of net income. Sales revenues of 19.8 billion dirhams were 30% higher compared to the combined sales of Imal and Dubal in 2013, while net income of 3.7 billion dirhams is 75% more than the combined sales of Imal and Dubal in 2013.